I'm Chase.
And I'm Timothy.
And this is Customer Service. Blue rolling.
Keep
Who is that?
Limp Bizkit.
That's Limp Bizkit?
Yeah.
I would have thought it was...
Come on, partner.
That's what he
says at the beginning.
Yeah. Come on, partner.
Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
rolling.
What is that what he started when he's like, chocolate starfish?
Yeah.
Hot dog flavored water.
Stupid.
Rolling,
I
baby.
suddenly have a New York accent.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
It shows the Twin Towers.
From like Kentucky.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Come on, baby. You know what time it is.
It's rolling time.
All right, let's leave that in there. Good morning. As we just worked through that one, I would have thought it was who's Kid Rock.
Oh,
You saw that video? I think we talked about it. You saw that video of Kid Rock. The Black Hawk Apache helicopters were hovering outside his estate, and he's by his pool, waving them off. The fuck, dude? When did he get ingrained with the military?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, why are you like, I'm like a punk rocker who also is a giant bootlicker. Okay.
Oh, man. How we doing, gentlemen? Good morning.
good morning.
It's a beautiful Tuesday. Cole, you are headed out of town here. Where are you going?
I'm going to Crested Butte.
Cool.
And then I'm going to Steamboat.
Beautiful.
Camping in Crested Butte, staying at a nice house in Steamboat.
That's my kind of speed.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. Why'd you fuck it up with that first part?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to get at.
I would rather do it that way than go nice than
Sure,
go camping.
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
sure.
Like you have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
You know? A
Yeah, no,
shower.
I get that. Save the better for the latter half of it. I get that. Well, cool. Here we are. It's a beautiful Tuesday in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. It's hotter than Dickens, and that's about it. What do we got going on? How was everybody's weekend?
Oh, it was fine.
Yeah? You
Yeah.
roast?
Hell yeah, baby.
If you can't tell, my boy is olive right now. Timbo,
I think, yeah, by end of July.
the Italian comes out in him hard.
Yeah, it's because
You get dark, dude.
The inside of me knows where it wants to be.
Yeah.
It's just stuck in these places that are
Yeah.
cold half the time,
Yeah,
which is bullshit.
Yeah.
I should be in the sun all the time.
No, you actually are a sun guy through and through, so I respect that.
But yes, I roasted, and yeah, I played for a while. I did 2 long sessions. Do you know what I
Yep.
mean? But like, I didn't do any 2-a-days, which are
Yeah,
what I'd like to do.
2 a day.
I like getting the work in.
You had 2 a days in high school for any sport, for
yeah.
soccer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, buddy.
We didn't
We
do
had 3-a-days now and then, where you'd do conditioning in the morning. You'd come and you'd work directly with a coach. You know, like with whoever, like
Yeah.
whatever position you played, like defensive coach or whatever it was, shooting coach or whatever it was. And then end of day, you'd scrimmage. You'd come back and scrimmage.
Yeah. See, talk about leaving the best for last. Nothing was better than a practice that you were just scrimmaging. Now, my
Yeah,
school,
I agree,
my team was a little different.
We were beat
sure.
though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cause you'd like done running, and it's mostly just running and conditioning and stuff. And then the drill stuff is easier because it wasn't like explosive things. It
Yeah.
was just like skills. But
Yeah.
then you were so tired, like
You've been in the heat
3
all
to
day.
4 p.m. in Indiana in July is a rough place to be.
Oh, 100%. I don't think people talk about, obviously, the South, Florida, California, having heat, but like people don't talk about like the Great Lakes gets fucking hot. We get the heat just as much as anybody else.
And the humidity, and it's tough.
You know, it makes me wonder, Cole, maybe somebody could
Thwart
match
this
up
fella?
from old boy. FedEx guy. I can riff on this for a little bit anyway. It makes me wonder if there's
in the garage,
He's
buddy.
coming around, boss.
No. He right over there in the garage. Right in the garage.
It makes me wonder if there's a word for it in English, because you know how sometimes in other languages there's words for ideas that we don't necessarily have a linear. There's a word, and there's
I'm trying
probably
to
just
follow ya.
nostalgia is probably the word. But like, you know, when you showed up to your high school soccer football field at 7:30 on a Tuesday in the dead of summer, when like maybe the marching band was in the parking lot, or
Yeah, I know
our high school was
the
turned
vibe.
into like the back parking lot would be turned into maneuverability for bicycle or motorcycles. So if you were getting your motorcycle license, you had to pass a class, and that was held in our parking lot because it was massive. And the word is probably just nostalgia, but like I can feel how it feels with the dew still on the grass and getting out onto. Did you guys have turf?
No.
Okay. So
No,
we had turf.
Not at school.
Yeah. My high school, by the way, is no longer. Roof caved in. They're clearing that bitch. It was built on a swamp, so the foundation was sinking in, and then the construction people did a shitty job, so the roof caved in, and it's just been perpetually caving in, and so they got to wipe it clean. But point being, our school was like the pride and joy of Ashtabula when it opened.
Now it's back to the Gators.
And now it's just back to the Gators, baby. Actually, there was a long delay because there was a rare bat species living in the area. And that was like a big point of tension between like, the city and the construction crew and old people in Ashtabula, it seemed. They really wanted this bat taken care of. You know what I mean?
In a rare instance, I'm with them.
I think it was a farce. I never saw the bats.
Sure.
Point being, though, that feeling, it's nostalgia. It's summertime. It's a place where you typically would show up and go to school, but then when you get there, just like hot as fuck already in the summer. But anyway, we had turf, and I remember in particular in the summer practicing on the turf, that rubber would be so hot, dude, that your feet would cook from the inside out. You know what I mean?
We did that when I played club. There was turf.
Yeah,
and that is, just also the level of dirty you would be.
But it's different
the turf.
From not dirt. It's just turf debris.
It's stuff we probably shouldn't have been breathing in.
Oh no! And obviously you do the thing where you pound it, make a big thing, throw it at your buddy.
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
Sure. I have so many, I used to just have, I feel like my legs would be so shredded from that, that specific feeling of sliding a little on that.
I'd still rather play on turf than regular grass though, because I'll tell you what, at least in the league, my high school league, if you had a grass field, it wasn't maintained.
I was just gonna say if it's a properly maintained, which I agree are few and far between. You're either playing on what extensively is desert, or it's so overgrown in certain areas. That you go to kick the ball and it's like you're under it so deeply from the grass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember I played against this school called Riverside. It was in.
We all have one.
You had a Riverside near you?
Oh yeah, everyone's got a river. Lakeside, Lakewood.
Lakeside. Well, I went to Lakeside. That was my high school was Lakeside. And then we'd play Riverside, and I remember their field was so. I remember thinking they couldn't mow it. They knew we had a game today. They couldn't. It was so high, but I had to take a penalty kick. There was some sort of foul in the box, obviously. And I accidentally got under it so much. I hit top 90. It went in, But I was like, that was a complete fluke, just fully, because it was on a tuft of hair. This, 6 inches up.
That's the thing. You'd be like yanking it down the side, and all of a sudden you'd be dribbling it just fine, and it just comes to a complete stop in a marsh.
Or bounces up to thigh height, Anyway, shout out summertime, shout out soccer. It really is a beautiful, beautiful sport. We've been watching the World Cup. I have to say, I'm going to lay it out here. I'm going to speak plainly.
Speak it plain, soldier.
I'm not a soccer fan anymore in my life, but I really wholly appreciate the World Cup. I appreciate the sport of soccer. I like the World Cup because it gives me stakes. It makes it a little easier to watch, a little easier to follow. In theory, I'd like to pick a team and have a team to loosely follow, I don't know if I will, but I have been really enjoying watching the World Cup.
It's a little like March Madness.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of gets into it at the same time.
Yeah.
It's easy to suddenly just start following it out of nowhere because it's just sort of one linear thing.
Yeah, it's super easy. They make it so easy.
Yeah.
It's 3 games a day, 2 games a day, an hour between. You don't have to, for what it's worth, it's here in North America, so it's in our daytime, which has always been my critique of watching soccer at a high level. You need to watch Spanish League, English League, all of the Premier League shit. But I'm not waking up early to watch soccer.
I just can't. It's too many things to follow.
It's too much. Yeah.
It's too many things.
But I have really been enjoying it. So anyway, you do anything else fun this weekend?
Let's see. No, not really. I mean, ran errands. We did Father's Day stuff. It's just where Gia decorates the house. It's kind of the same thing every single time, but it's her thing. She likes making sure the house is decorated for every event.
Yeah.
So she does that. I went to Dick's Sporting Goods because I needed compression shorts. And that was one of my gifts. Gift card to Dick's.
Yeah, dude. That's so sick.
I think the girls ultimately just wanted to go to the mall.
Yeah. No, I understood.
So that was the sort of the
They were talking about it yesterday.
So we did that. So we walked around the mall.
You get a snack at the mall? You get an Annie Ann's pretzel or nothing?
No. Nothing's appealing to me in that way anymore. Does that make sense to you?
Sure.
No, I know it doesn't make sense to you,
No,
really. But
I know you though, so
I just think all that stuff isn't good anymore. And it either isn't good because I'm an adult now, or it isn't good because the quality has fallen off.
It's both.
Yeah. Dude, at the
it's
Annie
undoubtedly
Ann's,
both.
I walked past that and I start to run the corner and say, oh, there it is. Hey. And
Hey.
and it was like 3 girls working, like cool looking girls, and I was like, this is it. This is what these things are. You know what I mean? I love when things are just the way they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
But all 3 of these girls, there's no one in line in this thing. They aren't doing anything. They are all staring at like nothing. Just as zoned out as you can possibly be. One girl just sort of staring at the toppings. One girl just staring out into the. One girl just sort of none of them on their phones or anything. Just not present at all.
Well, this is we've got plenty to talk about, so I've got a list to go. But obviously, you guys were talking. Are the malls back in? Abby said it was great, and they're moving stores back in.
Yeah.
Are malls in? Are the young kids going to the mall and shit? And I think that's awesome.
There is something about being at a mall that but here's the thing. This is what I can't figure out. Well, no. Let me walk it back. I figured most of going to the mall now, it isn't as good. The stores aren't as good. There's a myriad of problems I could walk through of in-person shopping now versus online.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, you go and it's like, oh yeah, there's like a lot of people here. They're shopping too, which gives me the okay to do shopping. And now I'm sort of in the mood just because I'm here.
I'm fixing to buy.
I got to get something. We came all the way here. We parked in the lot. We're in here now. So I like that feeling. It's fun, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's good for society to do things like mutually, But I was like, well, I think that might just because I'm older, and so I have an experience with the mall from being younger, and that's what I'm like. I'm looking to connect I'm looking for the cool high school girls at the Annie Ann's, because that's what it's always been. It's always been that thing.
Yeah.
And then like if you go past the Abercrombie and it smells and it's loud, and you're like, yeah, that's what that thing is in your head.
Yeah.
But that's because it's in my head. But now I don't know, because Gia just kept saying, we got to stay here longer. We got to be, I'm thinking I want to do a little bit more shopping. She kept saying that. And I was like, what are you looking for? I don't know. Just like to walk around. And I was like, yeah.
I'd like to be delighted.
Yeah, I do think that it does the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of the issue, I think, like for example, I wanted to get these Nike compression shorts, okay? I read mixed reviews about sizing, and this seems like something you kind of want to get right sizing wise, because I wanted to buy a few pairs.
Yeah.
And they're not expensive, but they're just expensive enough that they aren't expensive enough that if I ordered like 3 or 4 of them that I was getting free shipping, from Nike.
Yeah.
They didn't have them on Amazon or anything. And I was like, I just don't know. I'm gonna have to order a ton and then I'm gonna return it. I don't want to read what the return policy is like. I wish I could just do it locally. I'm sure there's a place.
Yeah.
I look up Dick's, I look up whatever the hell else there is. None of them say they're in stock. But now I end up going there because I get this gift card and they do have them in stock.
Yeah.
So why is that not matching up? Why? So there should be some I don't know. The problem is there's this big difference between you used to go in and go, I don't exactly know what I'm here for, but I know I'm looking for a couple things, or I'm got my eye out for a couple things. And it was maybe just a little bit more okay to waste your time than it used to be. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. I completely agree.
There was times we went to Target and it would be like, oh, they didn't have what we were trying to get. So we'll just have to come back. Yeah. And that's just what the trip was.
Yeah. You weren't checking the stock ahead of time.
Yeah.
You were just like, Target will probably have it.
Yeah. Or you're like, well, we only have the Dick's in town. So if I'm going to get a sporting goods thing, I got to go there. Where else am I going to go?
Yeah. No, I feel you. Yeah.
And that was sort of, I don't know. There's a simplicity to that. And also I think that people would be better off being a little bit more okay wasting their time. It's kind of even like, I understand there's like a massive convenience, especially when we had a baby, that like the Target pickup, and we still do it, but and it's nice because you're like, oh, I don't end up buying shit I don't need and stuff.
Yeah.
There's good aspects to it, no question. And like I said, when we had a baby, it was nice you didn't have to unload the baby.
Sure.
Put the thing in a different thing. Get the stroller ready. Do all this shit. You could just sort of.
That's a lot.
Yeah, do your errand. But I don't know. I think it's nice to go in there and waste your time a little bit.
I completely agree. In terms of Target in particular, Michelle usually uses the app. She prefers to use the app rather than us pop in because they incentivize.
Sure.
The app has more savings and shit, which is so interesting that they don't want people in the building.
It's Amazon knowing, the best way to beat the stores is just, if the only thing that they have over us is shipping, then just don't charge them for shipping. And then now we own it over time.
Yeah.
So I get that I think that people are over optimized. I think that's a little bit because of how we work now and what's the expected requirements that are okay of work, which I don't always think are fair. or just societally at least.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that like you're just like, well, we have to optimize every minute, and you're like, what am I doing?
what,
though?
though?
You know what I mean? What
No,
am I
I
doing?
feel you. What are you gonna do with all that extra time on your hands?
And we're both homebodies.
Well, yeah,
I
and
love being home.
You said, I think on the last pod, you're like, one, the day was always open.
Yeah.
But two, I can go to grocery store, coffee shop. Anything else from that is not part of the plan. You know what I mean? Because I want to maximize the time in my house or without a plan. But then I end up just
For me, it's because I
fucking
want a certain amount of free time that mentally I need. I
agree
because
with that.
I get 2 days a week where I go to basketball and I don't have to set a timer like, oh, I need to head back so I can get a shower and stuff before work.
Yeah.
I can just freely not think about time. You know, and what a pleasure that is to not think about time. That's my dream, to not think about time.
Yeah.
And I can just do anything until my body goes, because that's the thing. I wish this wasn't the case, but body runs out of energy at basketball, and it makes me mad as fuck when I can start feeling I can't.
When you're
Mentally,
hucking them
I
up
can
different.
beat myself, but physically, there is a stopping point.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
So I just so I do value that a ton, but at the same time, it's like, man, what am I? So I get home and then I'm at the house faster. And it's nice to be out of the house a little bit to go like, I'm not worried about like needing to pick that up or needing to take the dog out or feed the cats or wipe that down or put the dishes away or, like you don't have any of that stuff in the back of your head ever when you're out of the house. I'm trying to be a little bit more okay. I'm not trying to hang out. I'm not social butterfly.
No, I get you.
But I like just, milling around a little bit more.
I love to mill. I like when hanging out with people is milling around as well.
Sure.
I like when we did that at Cole's house over this weekend. I think that was so low friction. I don't even consider that an activity because it was just milling around in your backyard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think that sometimes that's it, man. Like everything has to be a fucking event. And I think that's my biggest problem is that I don't want to go to a party with or even a hangout with a bunch of people and then try to fucking split my time talking to people, make sure I was social so I don't go home and be like, oh, was I talking enough? Where it's like, I kind of just want to do what I'm doing at home with other people
and
around.
If you want to
that's
join,
fine.
great. I mean, because that's what we used to do in our youth. I mean, Michelle and I talk about it all the time. In college, I'd get home from class, I'd call my buddy John and be like, hey, I got to run to Walmart. You want to come with me? And he would just come with me.
Yeah.
And he might buy a pack of beer or something, and I might get 2 little fucking frozen pizzas or whatever. But you kind of just had people in tow with you, living life, and not everything was an event with an intention. It would just be like, oh, I know my buddy just got off work at the coffee shop. I'm just going to pop over to his apartment. And if he's just chilling in the living room, I'm just going to sit in there. And you just do that.
That's what I'm saying. That's the over optimization of time where it's like, well, I'm not going to go pick you up so you can ride to Target with me. You know what I mean?
Because I could just run and go back.
I'll just go back. He can just get it himself.
No,
but
but who cares? Back then, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Mostly what I'm interested in doing in the evenings would be, here's what I wish. You guys are going to try to tell me the opposite, but I wish you guys lived in Boulder. I don't want to go to Longmont. I want you to come here because I also just don't want to leave my place.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But I want to walk 1 block and then I sit in your backyard until I go, I'm leaving.
No,
and there's no expectation of how long I'd be there or how long you expect it. It's just
I completely agree.
There's no real time.
I completely agree. Of like being like, I can envision me being like, hey, I'm gonna pop over to Brondo's real quick. You want to come? She's like, no, I'm doing something. I come over, I crush a beer with you guys, bullshit. Be like, oh, I gotta go. I'll see you guys later. Like that is the best way to hang. It doesn't have to be a commute. Planning time.
The commute is annoying, and what I want is like even like I understand like going and getting a beer after work because it's like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
that's what I want. Yeah. I want like 30 minutes to decompress. Maybe if we're getting locked in, you go a little bit longer. I haven't seen two people in a long time. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
But the stakes got to go so low. That's what I want.
I think it's just also a function of getting older and just being like, I know that 40 plus hours of my time are already allotted. Yeah. They're already accounted for. It's for here. It's not for me as a person. My time as a person is me as a person, and I really value that big. So, nonetheless, sounds like you had a good weekend.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Real quick, shout out all the fathers out there. If you're listening to this podcast and you're a deadbeat, get your shit in order. Get your shit in order. Don't be a shitty father. Shout out all the moms out there that are also fathers. That's cool.
And shout out all the fathers who are also moms.
Yeah, that rules too. But if you're a deadbeat, turn off the fucking pod. So, I mean that for real.
Yeah. Sincere fuck you from me and Chase.
Yeah.
To any deadbeat dads listening, don't listen to our podcast
Yeah, for real,
anymore.
fuck
We
you.
don't need the listeners.
Also, you
Use
had
your time
said-
wisely.
I wanted to get that in there. You mentioned Father's Day. I was like, no, this is a good opportunity to shout out all the good dads. You had mentioned the girls at Annie Ann staring off into the distance, and I've been hearing a lot of the Gen Z stare. Can you guys give me a rundown on this? Because
Well, I will not
Gen Z
participate in this.
stare.
Okay. And you know why? Because I will never make fun of the youth. They exist to make fun of us.
That's true.
I
We're,
don't like this interneting of trying to turn it around on them. They're cool and we're not. The faster you accept that, the better off you are.
Yeah.
Well, you think I'm cool? I'm cooler than a teenager? Absolutely not. They could eviscerate me. And I fancy myself pretty good in that department.
yeah.
But I'm not gonna play swords with them. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it's that they're. Here's the thing. This is what I mean. They're like
Here.
they're just staring off in the middle distance. I know what it is. I know what they're talking about. What I don't like though is it's like, yeah, it's because you raised them on television and iPads. You overstimulated the shit out of them. So anytime that they're not on those things, they need a minute to come back down to reality. This is everyone's responsibility.
I have noticed this with the youngins, and I didn't know that this is. I didn't know this what it was. I thought the Gen Z stare was something different. This is what Google says. A viral social phenomenon in meme describing the blank, expressionless, deadpan gaze that younger generations sometimes give when spoken to.
Yeah, they're also just bored by what you're saying. It's
Yeah,
like, Chase,
checked out.
Let me start talking to you about a couple indie dramas I watched yesterday, and then you're just gonna
I glaze over.
Yeah.
You do that thing where it's like it's like you're trying to read the inside of your hat. So
Yeah.
they're just bored with you.
No, I misunderstood. I thought the
They don't
Gen
wanna
Z
talk to
stare
a
was what you
millennial.
described.
Yeah.
Now I see it's in interaction specifically.
Yeah, it's because they don't want to listen to some dork being like, Feist was really good.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. Shut.
yeah.
Yeah. They deserve to do that.
I always see it when you get the classic, like you're in high school and they're like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go to college? What do you want to do with your life? Like the classic, like old people ask, they don't know what to talk
In the middle
about.
distance because they're sitting there going like, tariffs, COVID,
Yeah.
all of these things that have absolutely wrecked the economy and domestic life. And you're like, yeah, think about the future. It's like, no, thank you.
We don't have a future. Thanks to you. Yeah, that's good. I haven't seen the funny thing about that though, Chase, is I feel like I can think of so many old people that I have asked, that I'll be like, oh, like, what did you do for work? And they do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I get it's a Gen Z thing, but I'm like, I think anyone does that where it's just like
Yeah.
I think of a lot of old
Yeah.
people I'm trying to talk to and they're just
Yeah, our parents' generation
Yeah.
ain't talking a ton.
no, they are not.
Not with these tablets. They're not.
No,
Yeah, that's the problem.
yeah.
Every
Not
old
with these
person I know
tablets.
is as addicted to everything that kids are. I don't understand this like holier than thou bullshit. It's like we all dealt with different stuff at different time and we're all dealing with it in our own way. Leave everyone alone.
Yeah. We're all in it together.
Yeah. Let the old people zone out.
Yeah.
Let the middle people zone out. Let
Yeah.
the young people zone
We're
out.
gonna zone out. I zone out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Cool.
I think what those girls were doing was meditating extensively.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
They're just regaining
yeah.
They're being
their
mindful.
energy. Yeah. Not wasting unneeded calories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Work.
exactly. Yeah. You don't want to burn that energy at any hands.
Okay, cool.
What about
Well,
you? Did you get in anything?
Well, yes, I did.
Oh.
Saturday evening, we went over to Cole and Sophie's house, and their friends are in town, and his buddy cooked us homemade Cuban food at Cole's house. Now, you've heard me going on about this, so I will only take but a moment. But shout out Cuba. I'm going to say this right off the bat, right off the rip. Shout out Cuba.
Cuba.
If we have any Cuban listeners, in all seriousness, I'm not doing a bit. I want you to please email me. It's chase@shopcanoeclub.com. I want your family recipes. I want the black beans. I want the Cuban chicken.
He's
I
gonna
want
have a
any rib.
meltdown when you tell him about a plantain.
Yeah.
I want any rib recipes. And no, I had plantains and it was stellar.
Oh, okay.
So I have now.
that really felt like something that you'd be upset about.
I would have previously not been a huge big plantain guy. We've had the
yeah.
plantain fries here at Jungle, which are fine, but the way that they were prepared for me here with the black beans and the rice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You got to eat it all
if
together.
you're Cuban and you have Cuban recipes, I've already talked to a couple of you in Discord. I need your recipes. I need them. That was the best.
He's
like,
calling
home-
on Cuba.
Huh?
He's calling on Cuba.
I'm calling on Cuba. That was the best home cooked meal maybe I've ever had, and I'm not fucking around. Legitimately. I have not shut up about it. To Mishan, to you, anybody that's willing to listen and to lend an ear, I've talked about this food. So I had a great evening at Cole's house. That was fun. I got to see your garden, interact with your dog, which is just a perfect dog. And then other than that, went to the store, cooked. Mishan and I have been together 7 years as of like this general week.
Damn.
Or general last week. So
Nice.
I got a big old ribeye, cooked up a nice ribeye, butter-basted ribeye.
Ooh.
And I made twice baked potatoes.
Oh.
And a little arugula salad. So I made a real meal of that. That was fun. And watched some World Cup soccer and stayed out of the sun. Yeah.
That's good.
Still didn't climb this weekend. I still got tendonitis in the elbow. I'm climbing tomorrow. I've been equipped with many stretches and rehab workouts, so I'll be doing those. But
you caught the nidus.
I copped the nidus.
You copped the nidus, dude.
Bro. He didn't last long there at the gym before.
Hey, I'm old. So I need to be more intentional with my warm-ups. I think that I get there and just chalk my shit up and pop right on. So I'm going to be a little bit of an older guy here, take it a little slower. But I am getting back to climbing tomorrow, and I will power through one way or another because
I think regular water intake, stretching.
I do this thing where about once a week I pop over to Lolita's and get myself a nice big gallon of water of El Dorado Springs. Big little thing says best tasting water 2022 or something in the world. So they won some sort of thing. But
22.
4 years ago.
But Timbo goes, you treat your fucking body like a plant. Like, oh, I'm going to give it a big drink this week. You know what I mean? I
It's just you dumping old LaCroix in it 1 time a week.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been doing better. I think I've been eating okay. Still don't drink enough water.
You'll get there, Chase.
That's about it. What about you, Cole? You do anything in particular? Obviously, we spent Saturday together.
Yeah, we did Saturday together. It was kind of, one of those, my friends were there for like a quick weekend. So it was packed.
Yeah.
So we did like
knowing the way you guys live life.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that there were no moments spared. Yeah.
Yeah, we packed that shit. It was fun. We went to Cafe Fritz like too many times.
Yeah.
Which I love Cafe Fritz.
Chris brought me one of those cinnamon rolls one time. Pretty good.
Yeah. Cafe Fritz is good.
Nothing hits like a Babette's morning bun, though.
Timbo, have you been? You would like Cafe Fritz a lot.
Oh, I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, it's like very...
Where's it at again?
It's in Hygiene.
Hygiene,
yeah. Oh, that's right.
Remember out by Boone's Ranch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it's in the... We need what we need in Boulder.
What's his name?
Wait, fuck. It's not Tycho, is it?
Tycho.
Whoa!
Tycho.
Damn it.
Fuck.
It's not Tycho.
Fuck.
What did you say? Tycho?
Tycho.
It's like that, though.
Tycho.
Hold on, let me text Cooper. He'll know.
Text Cooper.
Start to tell the story.
Oh, well, what I was just going to say is I think we need more Cafe Fritzes. We need like 15 of them in Boulder.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And I think for them, it's like,
rent's too damn high.
Yeah, the rent's too damn high. But yeah, it was a good weekend. Just had a lot of good food. Ernesto's a great cook. He works for Blizzard.
At his job?
No, he's a game developer.
Oh.
So he works for Blizzard. He signs.
I saw he had the
Blizzard.
Yeah.
That's how when he immigrated
wow.
here, that was his first job. And then when Microsoft bought out Blizzard, they laid off like fucking 80% of their Blizzard employees and then realized they fucked up and then rehired all of them. But
my friend bought a house in Indiana off of selling WoW characters, leveling up and selling.
Oh, really?
So fucking sick.
Yeah.
Well, and I learned like
he's a goat.
They make like royalties, so it's like he was telling. It's so interesting.
Oh, word! Like they have stock within what they create.
So it'd be like, but the thing that's crazy and like it was fun talking with him and Tarabo about it. But it's like a game takes like 10 to 15 years, like a good game, and it's like crazy seeing his side of like all the work that goes in, and then I think of like GTA 6, and it's like. All of us want it. You want these games.
It's been a decade.
Yeah. But then I think like hearing his thing and it's like, holy shit, like there's a group of 40 people that are only working on one thing. And that one thing will be like the way a car can reverse and in different settings and how they do it. Or like he used a really funny analogy of like Red Dead Redemption of like how the horse balls will like change depending on if the horse is like in a cold environment and it's going to die because it's too cold compared to being in too hot of an environment.
Damn.
And then how it like the motion and the shake and how it changes in variation. And it's like, that was a whole team's year-long process. And I'm like, holy fuck, this is crazy.
Were you a Red Dead guy, Cole?
I mean, I played the original one a lot more than the second one, but when I got Sophie's youngest brother, when I stole his PS4, I've been playing it, and it's pretty fun. But it's like, as a consumer, it's like I'll play a game for 2 weeks and then I'm done with it, thinking that like, oh my God, that was probably 10 years of someone's life developing it. It's just like a fascinating industry.
If you were to develop a game, what kind of game would it be? Categorically.
A shooter.
I've spent so many years playing first-person shooters.
Yeah.
I would be tempted to... I don't know. That's a good question. Because I think immediately I think of like first-person just because that's what I played so much. But like Gears of War, really, the third-person mechanism made it really a whole new mechanism. You know what I mean?
I really only like Counter-Strike and Unreal. Outside of that, and I liked Destiny. But outside of that, that was sort of it for me on that front.
I'm back on Counter-Strike. I've always said I think Destiny had the best PvP. I think Destiny's like weekend trials and shit. The PvP was so good. I didn't like the PvE grind aspect of it. You know what I mean? But Destiny shooter was awesome. I think, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It'd be somewhere along the lines of like, you know what I'd love to do? Really, if I was able to hire a team, I would hire a team to put together another Rainbow Six Vegas. I'd do Rainbow Six Vegas 3, not Siege, because Siege is like a little more fucking around.
Yeah.
I want Vegas. Vegas was like a perfect.
Vegas was good.
Vegas was tight.
Would you just want like a complete
take Vegas 1,
the whole story?
Take Vegas 1, the whole concept of 1. I like 2, the maps weren't as good. But yeah, just Vegas. But I don't know. What would you do, Timbo? First person or third person?
I'm glad you asked. Because I was just thinking about it, and I think I've come up with something on the spot that's good.
Yeah.
I want to make a game that's like a mixture of like Metal Gear and Hitman. Okay?
Yeah.
But I want to set it like bully in in a prestigious high school that you get sent away to.
Yeah.
And you've got to like infiltrate high school parties and shit like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no killing, but there's obviously fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if you do, maybe it's more like it's like a Baldur's Gate where you can make a lot of choices.
Yeah.
So maybe I can. What if I do actually kill a classmate and I've got to like cover it up?
Yeah.
So I got to remember the lies
and stuff. Yeah.
Otherwise, they might catch on you with social media or something like that.
Damn, this could be deep.
Yeah.
I'm ready to pitch this in the room.
Was it?
Get your boy. Let me get in front of Blizzard.
Yeah.
I know this is the type of shit they do.
There was a game that was called Bully, right?
Yeah.
It made me think of that.
So I want to mix like that with an espionage sort of thing. Yeah.
Where you have like the sneak around. Yeah, I like a third party.
There's an option like for where like we race. There's like cars things because maybe you have to drive to different people's. It's like the OC meets Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
This is good.
I think it could be fun.
This is
the
good.
Orange County.
Bleep all of this, one long bleep tone.
Takes
so that no one steals my idea.
Yeah. Those Hitman games and I know you're more Metal Gear Solid. You grew up with that. But
Between the two, sure.
Yeah.
Hitman
was gas.
It just is cooler and has more lore.
Yeah.
But
it's the same concept, right?
I mean, they're both fun.
Get to the end of the level and you can either kill people or be something.
You play 80% of the level really perfectly, and then at the last 20%,
Fucking kill them.
Blow everything up.
No, those are fun. I remember I hadn't played one, and I just rented Hitman from Blockbuster when I was a child, and I was like, damn, this is tight. Why don't people talk about this?
Yeah.
I remember, this is kind of a funny story. I don't remember... My apologies to my father. I don't remember what he was telling me in the moment, but he was sitting in my room having a serious conversation with me. But I was already playing Metal Gear. And if people remember, I don't know why I'm blanking on the number of this one. It's the one where you are, I'm really blanking on the lore now, but you're the blonde guy and you have to run through the end of the level nude and it like opens up your disc tray and shit. It's a really crazy ending.
I forgot that was part of that, like really like, in your own environment, they would pop open the shit.
So you can imagine getting to this level where it's kind of intense and crazy.
Yeah.
And my dad is telling me something. I don't remember what, but I just remember tonally it felt serious. And I'm trying to like look at him and look at it behind the TV is behind him, and it's not a big TV, so I don't have a lot to work with here. So I just remember very specifically playing that level while he was trying to have a serious conversation with me.
You're a rock star.
Apologies. Yeah.
It's literally Tim Robinson egg. Hey, real quick, the name of the horse was Cisco.
Cisco.
Whoa,
Cisco.
Tycho.
That's close enough.
Oh, Cisco.
Oh, Cisco.
That's where all of our cats came from.
Yep.
Cisco's farm.
Yep. That's a great little piece of information. I forgot you got him from there. Frank, Tank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going through there. Last night I was introducing them to Abby as like medieval times, you know? So saying like Frank, daughter of Patches.
Yeah.
Of House Leslie, who owns the farm. Okay, we should move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
move
cool. One other thing I wanted to say.
Okay.
I'm excited. You and I ordered coffee samplers from that spot in Boulder yesterday.
Yeah.
Have you gotten tracking or anything like that?
No. A little shocked actually, given that they're like 10 minutes away.
Yeah, right down the street. We ordered from that company. Shout out local Cam. He had put us onto this company at the time.
Prodigal.
He was big on Prodigal. I think he was big on. There was one that had peaches. Maybe was one of the.
They do a lot of
one of the notes.
Yeah, kinda.
But whatever we got, to be honest with you, I don't even know what
it's like
it is.
They're two classics, and it's like their best one for filter, best one for espresso, best one for, and then there's like 3 of like the more experimental stuff.
I'm thrilled. I cannot wait. I'm very excited to try. Do you know if any of them are co-fermented or anything
No
like that?
idea. Well, I would imagine it would be the 3. The other 2 are like more of like an espresso blend specifically, and like a pour over.
Great.
blend.
Well, we got it for ourselves, obviously, but also shout out the Coffee Exchange on Discord. This is fun. I was like, you know what? It's been a minute since I did it. And so I said, all right, I'm in this bitch. And then I saw that like at like almost midnight, you had popped in and been like, let me get in this bitch.
I always mean to, but then it's always, I don't do it fast enough. Cause I was like, I need what I was doing. I was like, I need to ask Chase what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Cause I see that they do it, but I'm not sure what they're doing. Other than it seems like they send each other calls. That's the information.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. So I was meaning to text you and say, what do I need to do to say I'm in? And then I'm like, just say I'm in and they'll work it out.
Yeah, no, it's easy. It's easy. You got a good partner. That's my boy. So I'm excited. And the person I got paired up with, he roasts some of his own coffee. So he's getting me coffee from his locale, but also he's roasted some recently. So I'm fucking stoked on that.
Damn.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, so I'm excited for this. I'm gonna actually get the coffee machine out. We have it in storage right now at home. Because I just do my espressos, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna really make a meal of this. Maybe even AeroPress, you know what I mean? I also brought in a jug of Cafe Du Monde, so we got to get the what do we have? The Mocha Master today. Let's get that out. Let's get a big old pot going of that chicory, good shit.
Oh, Cole, you're gonna fucking
I love chicory
pack
coffee.
that thing down.
Oh, I will.
Jet fuel. Cole,
I'm notorious
let's
for
do
that over
whatever
here.
volume of coffee you think. Let's do 3/4 of it because it comes out.
You guys always say this to me, and
It comes out strong, and I'm not even one, but it is when Cole makes it. You know, Cole made it.
yeah.
It's heavy hand.
It's because when the grounds get wet, they start to lift the lid.
Yeah.
Because they like gain in volume a little bit.
Yeah.
That's how.
Hell yeah.
That's how I make coffee, or at least in a drip machine.
Yeah, and for the record, it's all still good.
Oh, I love
I
it.
still drink the
Coffee's
jet fuel.
coffee at a certain
coffee's
Yeah.
coffee, man.
I want my cup of coffee to take all the moisture out of my mouth. That's what I want in a coffee.
You really want jet fuel.
I want jet fuel, and I want it black, and I want it really bitter. That's what I like.
Yeah.
I'm a
I agree.
psycho.
I agree. I like good coffee. I like bad coffee. Never had it. You know, it's kind of like I've said, never had a slice of pizza I didn't like, which is only partially true because if you've been to CiCi's Pizza in the Midwest, you know you've had pizza you didn't like. And
Hey, what about
I'm not even a brat, but CiCi's Pizza is god awful.
It's not. I mean, even that's back then too. Quality was better back then overall.
Yeah.
They were still making rubber.
Yeah. No.
What
remarkable.
about the macaroni and cheese pizza? I fucked with that.
That's
as a
the only
kid.
reason you went. That they had the commercials, and you said I have to go to CiCi's to get that mac and cheese pizza.
That was good, honestly.
I don't know, man. It was like when you go to like a friend's house, and you know the type of friend I'm talking about. Like this isn't a family that knows how to cook, and they make macaroni and cheese, and it seems like they kind of just put shredded cheese in with macaroni, and it doesn't really bind to it at all.
Yeah.
So most of your bites are mostly just overcooked pasta.
Yeah.
That's like the type of macaroni and cheese they were putting on top of it at
Yeah,
CiCi's.
I could. You painted that picture beautifully, honestly.
And I mean I'm no exaggeration. I literally can't think of pizza that I don't like outside of just CiCi's. I'd even say Little Caesars back in the day. The problem was it just got overdone because if you were a parent and you were taking your kid to soccer and got a Little Caesars pizza to bring for the kids. You know what I mean? Like it was just an easy grab and go, $5, hot and ready. We all know the story. It was so abundant that I was so sick of it. But now as an adult, they got those commercials. They got those deep dish little 1-bite looking things. I want those. So fuck CiCi's Pizza.
At Little Caesar, you're never going to believe this, but this was like the pickup. It's just like a pickup area. Mm-hmm. That area was a scene.
Really?
Yeah.
For
because we knew everyone that worked at the Little Caesars, and we knew the girl who managed it pretty well.
Yeah.
So people were just like hanging out.
Yeah.
Inside of that pickup area, which is like, if you own that franchise, you're like, what are you guys? There can't just be a gang of kids in this front pickup area.
Because there would be, at least for mine, I'm thinking it was in the same plaza as a Subway, a tattoo shop. It was directly across the street from a Taco Bell, Long John Silver's. There'd be 1 or 2 seats out by the front window.
Yeah. Yep.
And that'd be.
You got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
You know what, dude? This is back to the mall conversation. Can we bring back scenes? Because as much as I don't want to go places, it's like the climbing gym is kind of a scene. Now, people talk about the climbing gym in Rhino being a scene of and the one here in Boulder of a bunch of college kids looking to hook up. Not Longmont one. Longmont one, the scene is people my age or older all just really giving it their all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is a scene nonetheless. So it was just.
Well, it's like when they first had the Whole Foods and they put the wine bar in them. I think they've like jettisoned most of those at this point.
Yeah.
But there was a time when it's like if you were a like divorced 38-year-old, it was the chemistry was electric at that bar.
Yeah. You know, I even back when I first moved here, I kind of spent more time in Whole Foods. I go to Whole Foods every weekend, as I've said. It's the only place we go.
You've got to admit to me, I understand you love it, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. You've got to admit to me, we are on a trajectory that they could still fix right now, but it's getting more generic.
I do not disagree with you. I do not disagree with you that it's not the magical place that it once was. It still is, to me, the grocery store I would still prefer to frequent. But it's not. It doesn't have that je ne sais quoi that it used to have.
German Shepherd. Elderly German Shepherd.
But no, I agree. But you know what? This reminds me, and I don't think you didn't grow up with Giant Eagle, did you?
No.
We
had Kroger.
Okay, so Giant Eagle would be the equivalent of a Sprouts now-ish. Different color scheme, but same general concept. And but out by my college, my buddies who lived, it was a couple who one went to Kent, one went to Akron, so they lived in between. So we'd drive out to Cuyahoga Falls. And out there, they had a Giant Eagle market district, which was a beautiful boutique Giant Eagle, but the other half was, 6 or 7 hot bar vendors, a sushi spot, maybe you could get pulled pork in one spot, one was, whatever, this, that, and the other. Then there would be a bar, there would be a whole service liquor store with a bar with a bunch of tables and people playing loud music. And this was a scene. And like you said, mid-30s that were single, you're hammered in a market district on a Sunday afternoon at 3:30. You know what I mean? Watching football at the grocery store.
Yeah.
So I like scenes. You described to me as a ramen restaurant I went to when I was in New York last August.
Yeah, sure.
The front of it was a scene. And it wasn't when I went in there, but
that's because I'm sure COVID killed it,
Yeah, COVID did kill it. But man, scenes were cool. It was just cool. And I obviously knew them as a child, but it was cool to pop into a spot and see people you recognize.
Yeah.
So,
well,
cool.
World just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, world does.
What's next on the agenda?
You guys want a question?
Question it up.
Remember that dog last night who was flipping his lid when he saw it?
Yeah.
I've never seen a dog so excited.
Just to be around people, I think.
It was a big fluff ball.
He loved the scene.
He loved the scene, dude.
Okay, so this is a question Timbo and I actually found. It is, what is the correct sock height?
Okay, so yeah, we were looking around for things, and we were on Reddit.
Yeah,
there were some funny ones.
Yeah.
But then this one came up, and I was like, oh yeah, people have hard opinions about this, and I don't really think about it that much, and I don't really know
what the
because I needed to accept that not wearing socks in my gym shoes as like it was fine when I was just like doing like training at the gym. because it was just easier to not have to deal with the socks. I don't have super sweaty or stinky feet, luckily, so I was able to kind of accomplish that. And it was more just like, I don't need it, so I don't have it.
Yeah.
And then when I started playing basketball, I'm like, I need a sock, and you're moving around too much in there, and they don't breathe super well like a basketball shoe. So
think of how much fabric is inside.
Yeah.
The padding and all the things that can hold the sweat.
I thought I was just buying it because it was something fun to buy, but then the more I play, it's like, you kind of need something specific. And so I had to like reckon with socks, and I had to buy like a couple pairs until I was like, I don't really know what it's. I'm not usually like a sock guy. Once it gets hot, I go sandals or whatever, and I can still go sockless fine.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about like, well, now I don't even know what the differences are, because we were talking about what were we saying, Cole? Like, what's ankle versus
like
quarter or whatever?
Yeah, there's like
crew?
there's like a crew sock. I think, in my opinion, is a tube sock, right? Like what I'm wearing right now, what Chase is
what
wearing
I got
right
on
now.
right now.
Brother,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Then-
look at this. I took a picture of this with my phone. I did a bad job at it.
'Cause
But
would
these
that
are
just
some of
be-
the different heights. Now, I think they all call different things. I think tube is if they don't have as much of a L to them.
Okay,
I
so by
see.
this, there's no show hidden, which is socks you literally can't see.
Let's all agree.
Disgusting.
That's
That's
disgusting.
from Journeys. Those are disgusting, and those actually, for some reason, hold your sweat more than a regular sock. They come out. They come out insane. If you've worn those for a day, and we've all had Vans with the socks from Journeys that have the little rubber on the back. We've all done that.
Gotta
It is
fuck your shit up.
I mean, it's obviously the like thong or G-string of the sock department, and you're like, it's
like-
in grooves it wouldn't normally be in.
No. Yeah,
for
no,
whatever
I'm
reason,
with you.
And it's just there's something a little nuts about it.
Yep.
And I don't understand what the purpose. I mean, I guess the purpose is to not get the look of having a sock on, but you need the sock.
But the thing is, you are essentially barefoot. In my experience, you should just be barefoot.
I think
Yeah.
you're right, though. I think it makes it the whole experience sweatier.
It's
and the fact
something
that
about it.
It has those little rubber things
Yep.
on the heel
Yeah.
that make me feel like I'm.
mean,
it's like a torture device.
don't
No,
really work
I did it for
either.
years, but it's disgusting. And then there's the no show, which is the same exact thing, but you might see a little bit of it. Then there's the 1/4.
Okay, let's agree one thing. Do we
Yeah.
all agree those are unacceptable?
Those are unacceptable.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's,
Yeah, they're
it's either
Just be barefoot,
Yeah, either you can handle that.
or you wear.
Yeah.
And then the next one would be a quarter length, which a quarter length are good. We've sold those. You know those from a Rototo.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of a collegiate stripe.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Can I say one thing too? If you are a no sock person, one thing I find pretty helpful in Colorado, you can kind of just leave the shoe outside and dry
Yeah,
out.
fair.
Oh yeah.
If you live elsewhere, get shoe inserts. You know what I mean? Just throw the shoe insert
The
thing. like,
cedar bags or something like
Yeah,
that.
or-
The
Yeah.
anti-smell. Yeah.
Even you could even honestly, I think, get a little bag of like baking powder.
Yeah,
and it would
I
do
mean,
the
that's-
same
Put it in
thing.
there, yeah.
Pull all
That's
this
the
stuff
function.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you just have those and you toss them in there, I think you're mostly okay. Certainly, like you're saying, you have your own experience with it. It doesn't work for you,
You know what though?
but just don't do it then.
You know, I was gonna say I'm not barefoot in Van Guy. That is a recipe for disaster. But lately, I've been wearing my Birks, both my Bostons and my Zurichs, barefoot. Something's changed with my chemical. My feet are fine.
Chemical.
Yeah, it used to be a swamp with a barefoot Boston. I've been doing it on the hottest days and been completely fine.
I
so.
think sometimes the amount you're worried about it is what
Yeah.
you are going to.
Yeah,
You're
I
psycho.
walk different
That's
or
its own
something.
version
Yeah.
of manifestation, where it's like if you're determined to have sweaty armpits, no matter what the temperature is, you're gonna get them.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah,
get them.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Wow,
Micro
I
crew
love
would be
this
next.
Dog.
Wait, so we
Beautiful
have
coloring.
Chase. So no shows. No.
No shows or no show.
The next thing above that is that an ankle sock? Is
So
what
it
you
goes
said?
no show hidden, no show, quarter. Quarter are you're gonna see it's just literally gonna come up to like your ankle bone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's like the Rototos that we had that one
Yeah.
time. Okay. Then what's next?
Then there's micro crew, which would be between a quarter and what we're wearing now.
Okay.
Then there's crew boot sock, which is intended
Big.
to go up to 6 inches.
Yeah.
So you're not tying your
Sure.
boot on your skin.
Okay.
Mid calf and then over the calf. Now, to me, the only acceptable answer is more or less crew. Unless it's wintertime, I have some longer ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But those are like pure utility to me. Like I have socks that I can't wear again until October.
I just have what I believe to be a crew height compression sock that I wear for sports stuff.
Yeah.
And I like that quite a bit. This was a real game changer for me, though, because I always thought they were extra tight, and they are in a way. I really don't like when it feels like I have like a like it's gonna make a mark on my leg. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't like that, and I also don't like if you have like bigger calves at all. Like I think it looks weird at a certain height where it's like it's clearly doing that too much.
Yeah,
because of the situation.
No, I understand it, and it accentuates it because it's a contrast in color.
So in my mind, I will sort of accept that if that's your situation, like if you've got like if you're a big calf kind of guy, maybe not a super long leg or something, maybe a quarter or like an in-betweener is okay because proportionally it's gonna look weird otherwise.
I think the quarter's great. Yeah, something between a quarter and a crew.
People hate quarter. We were looking at though. People were really pissed off about quarter.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you guys on the pod about the time I got cruised on Style Forum about my socks?
Sure.
Really?
I know this.
You know
story.
this.
I don't know.
I was on Style Forum for the shop from 2018 through 2021 or 2, and then we moved over to Discord. But long story short, the fella named
Oh, wait a minute. We don't want to call. You're gonna need to bleep that. So mark the number.
What?
You shouldn't say his name.
he accosted me on the internet.
Okay.
Or dox his ass.
Okay. I know where the story is going. And a cost is a little crazy.
He basically messaged me and was like, hey, something along the lines of like, how old are you and how far does your sock go up your shin?
Now, I got to be honest with you. In this line of work, so far...
Well, that was the thing.
Like,
no, this
weird.
is what it was. Hey, how high do your socks go up your shin? And I go, I don't know, about, halfway up my shin, maybe a little less or something. He goes, well, how old are you? And my response was, what do we got going on here, bro? And his response was, I'm sorry, never mind. It was something like that. I'm going to give you, no, because you don't want the guy's name. Whatever, I don't give a fuck. Well, I've said this on the pod before too, but
Yeah.
I just, every time I think of sock height, I think of him very quickly backing out of it.
I thought the line of questioning was funnier. Like it was more specific than that.
Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
You're probably right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why people were upset about the quarter height. That seems like okay-ish to me.
Which the quarters between like a crew
Kind of covers up.
and like it's like a mid-crew-ish kind of, right?
Yeah, I will agree that I think that I only have the compression sock that I think is at about crew height.
Yeah.
And I have like dress socks that are like maybe quarter inch, half an inch higher than the compression socks. And that's really all I have.
And then like the classic Uniqlo ones, those are probably just a crew.
I think so.
Maybe
I
a
think
little
that's what
less
they'd
than
fall
that.
in.
Maybe a little more than a crew, maybe slightly less, but just
Depends
Now-
on the body, probably.
Let's say you're wearing shorts with socks, okay?
crew.
Okay, how should they be taut pulled up, or do they
Here's the
wrinkle
thing.
a little bit?
Remember how mad Coop would get at us?
Yeah.
Because we pull our socks tight.
Yeah.
Cooper hated when we'd have our socks tight. But meanwhile, Cooper would be wearing sometimes 2 pairs of socks with big as hell shoes, way too big.
Yeah.
And he'd have them all scrunched. He'd like them scrunched down by his ankle.
Sure.
To me, it's pull them tight and then don't touch them. They will naturally fall to a very wabi-sabi, normal way it is.
I feel like I pull them on normally, and then I move my ankle around a ton and do like a couple like stretches to try to get them to land where they're supposed to.
Yeah.
If I'm not you know what I mean? Like that like, moves my body around enough to put them at the right position.
Yeah.
You know, in an inorganic version, when people are like messing with them too much, that also feels weird and lame.
Yeah.
when you're getting like
So-
the perfect folds and stacks,
Yeah.
like you'll see like people
Yeah.
do like an even.
Now, the one thing I never fell for, because I think it's impossible to pull off, even though there's plenty of people who think they can, are like the old polo deck socks.
Yeah.
The big, like they're pretty thick
Yeah.
white socks that you push down on purpose.
yeah,
and they
yeah.
kind of look like like a leg warmers.
I know
or
what you're talking
whatever.
about. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those look cool in those old pictures
Oh yeah, they do.
when they're zoomed in and you don't see the full look.
Yeah.
And then when I see them on like a normal guy now that's trying to pull off that look, I'm like, oof.
No, it's got to be a fella from Maine
Yeah.
who's like 55.
Yeah.
And
Sure. That bought them when they were first
exactly.
coming out
Yeah.
and has just continued to make
I think
it
that's
work.
one of the aesthetics that I think is legitimately the coolest is guy in Maine who's been in the woods most of his life and wears LL Bean not because of any other reason than it's made in Maine and it serves a good utility and
Yeah.
like all of like I think that is such a cool look.
I'm mostly with you, other than I'm thinking about an older guy who's mostly lived on a lake his life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
And the same
necessarily
could be said
wooded.
about the fellow we had on the pod who would go and retreat to
Sure.
the house in Wisconsin for the summer. You know?
Yeah. David.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at, is that type of aesthetic of wearing a wool sweater in the woods because it serves a utility, not because you're worried about keeping your wool sweater nice. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just fucking sick. There's
Yeah.
something really cool about New England style.
We've talked about this 100 times. I think the coolest possible thing is just clothes that are worn a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. There was a kid
It is
climbing
true.
at the climbing gym in a wool sweater months ago, or like 2 months ago when I first started. I remember being like, sick.
I've made that a bit of a point in my life of being like, I just wear sweaters when I want warmth. I don't care what I'm doing or what the activity is or what I have on with everything else. I think you can kind of just make it, I think it almost is its own statement.
Yeah.
I noticed
Oh,
a lot of
yeah.
like artists that I follow will only wear sweaters when they're doing things. And I'm like, it's just to not think, oh, this is a nice sweater, I should change into something a little.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Just having a nice like cable knit ecru sweater that you just like wear whether you're going out to water the garden and it's crisp in the morning, or you're going to the grocery store, or you're literally going to go fucking cut
Whatever
down
you're
wood
gonna
or
do.
something for your fireplace. Like, I think it's just cool to just have items like that. That's the coolest thing about fashion in general to me, is when people wear their stuff actually.
That's what when Soph and I went to Ireland, we went in like early May, so it's
Yeah.
still like cold, you know, like in the morning and stuff. And that was there was one guy in particular that was like literally doing construction work in like a cable net fisherman sweater, and it was like stained to shit, like all the way out. But like the way he was just like presenting, himself, I was like, that's cool. That's really cool for.
Yeah, I would love some sweaters this fall
Yeah.
to figure that out.
We need to create, we've talked about it before, we need to create a new Maslow's hierarchy that's for clothes, because that what you're talking about is just the self-actualization of going through the clothes process of, it's not about consuming anymore. I can still like it. I can still buy things, but it's like, I'm going to buy them and I'm going to put them through the paces immediately, and they'll become part of me. I think sometimes when you put on something like you've never worn before, you put it on and you're like, I look crazy. Yeah. The reality is you don't look crazy. You just it looks so unusual to you because it's not
Through your own eyes.
It's not already in your closet, and you haven't worn it enough times to make it like part of you, so it doesn't look weird anymore. Like if I came in wearing like mostly purple tomorrow, you guys would all say something about, well, Madison just did it today because she was wearing yellow pants, and she's normally like a more monochrome type of person.
Straight black, yeah.
And then I said, oh, that looks nice because it's just different, you know? And she was like, oh, I'm in my head about it, blah, blah, blah. And like that's what you do. If she did that for 3 more days, all wild colors, well, now just be like, oh, Madison always wears crazy pants. I mean, crazy colored pants. And then you just sort of, now that
Quickly
you
reset the
don't think
norm.
about it
Yeah.
anymore, you know?
Oh, yeah, totally.
And so now it's its own thing. So it's really just about getting in it and using it.
Yeah,
doing it,
100%.
That's harder said than done, though, weirdly.
Yeah, not for me. Not for me.
Well,
There's some things that I still think are an albatross
yeah,
in my
that's right.
closet.
You've always been that guy. You just kind of you make decisions in the moment, just
Yeah.
toss something on and it becomes
No.
part of you.
Yeah.
No, you're talking about, yes, by the time you've obsessed about it for 1 full calendar year, then you start wearing it and it is just a navy jacket.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that does not, I don't think we're talking about the same thing at all.
No, but my shit is beat. My shit is beat. But I will say, on that note, Timothy, he has caught me in a bind here. As soon as this pod's over, I'm buying a navy jacket from James Coward. But I have been obsessing about it, and it will be my everyday jacket.
But if I put you in a red jacket right now, you'd go, yeah, it's just, it feels crazy for me. But the
Maybe.
reality is, if you wore it for 1 week, it would no longer
it
feel
would be
crazy.
crazy.
No one would
Yeah.
think about it anymore, and now it's just part of your wardrobe.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But it's a weird. I'm just saying that is a weird hurdle to get over. I do
Yeah.
the same shit.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna do?
It's funny.
You just gotta buy what you like and then wear it a lot.
Buy what you like, wear it a bunch. Don't worry about it.
I don't know about the sock height thing. I think your safest
Yeah.
bet is just go crew. That seems to be
Just get a crew sock.
that's the accepted
regular.
American
Yeah.
traditional
Goddamn,
sock.
get it right.
And also get the 3 packs of Rototos, because they come with a crew, maybe 2 crew height, and then there's one that's longer, and those are great for winter.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, those are the daily organic 3-pack. Those are all like crew.
yeah, there's one that is thicker and taller. Yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
nice soft sock for winter. Love that shit.
I love my Uniqlos, and I love my Darn Toughs.
Darn Toughs are cool.
I love I actually have a box that I need to send a Darn Tough. I've been emailing them back and forth, and it's like 15 pairs that I need to send to them, and then they'll give me freebies.
How much is a Darn Tough pair retail?
They're like like $30, really, realistically, like going to REI.
But you literally would never, in theory, need new socks.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like if you burn through them, you basically just say like, hey, like I burned through them, and they're like, we'll send you a new model, you know,
cool.
which is cool. But they last really long, at least for me. But I think the Rototos are fucking sick.
I love the Rototos so much.
Yeah.
I cannot recommend them enough. I love them so much.
Sock I don't recommend are Gold Toes from my personal experience. Yeah.
There is a certain level of that was the premier level to me of a gold toe.
Yeah.
At a JCPenney.
Yeah.
Where I still believe them to be good because of that.
No,
but no, they lose their like shape almost instantly.
Immediately, yeah.
Yeah, but they're nice though. As far as like the first day you
buy
wear
them. Oh yeah, they're sick.
Yeah. Hey, shout out all the kids I went to high school or college with who had the Nike Elite socks with Sperry's.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a time.
I do think a white Nike sock. You know what? That's probably, if you're not sure what to do, that's the one you can
Nike,
have.
Yeah, the white Nike ribbed crew with a little hit.
Yeah, with a little swoosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's either that or the Uniqlo sock. If you're not sure what to do, those are your safest bets.
Yeah. And they're
height
cheap.
wise, shape wise, those are that's where you spend the money.
This was a Discord question. If you guys are ready for this, top 5 spice / seasoning blends.
Yeah,
so you could
love
do
this.
OG regular spice, you know, like cumin or whatever, or you could do like a blend too.
Okay. Do you want to go first? This feels like right.
Yeah, I've got 4.
Oh, you wrote them down.
Yeah, I wrote them down.
I love that you prepare for things like this, but
love it.
Cardamom.
Well, I just wrote it right now. I knew that right before we started.
Good.
I didn't want to lose my shit.
Sure.
Cardamom with a bullet. Number 1, nothing in the world smells as good as cardamom
What are
to
you
me.
using it in regularly?
I use it to smell. I literally keep it on top of the stove so that when I'm cooking, I can open it up and just smell it.
And just hit it?
Yeah. So my affinity for...
You've got to admit, some of the things you do are super strange.
I own it. It's true.
To have, go to someone's house, like, what do they keep one cardamom thing by the oven? You're like, oh, he just sniffs that.
Yeah.
I seek out anything flavored with cardamom, anything that has a cardamom scent.
Yeah.
Any scent we have from CDG or 1969 that has cardamom in it, I know it. I like them.
Yeah.
But I love cardamom. So growing up, where I grew up in this little nook of east of Cleveland, there was a bunch of Finnish people. And this bakery that I would go to with my grandma my whole life, they would make nisua. And nisua is like, it's like a flaky bread that is braided. And the flavor of it is cardamom. So there's cardamom in the bread itself, little black flecks of cardamom. But then there's a cardamom syrup that is made and that's glazed over top. So then you basically toast this bread, have it with butter, and it's like slightly sweet, slightly savory. But the flavor is cardamom. And it wasn't until later in life that I realized that that's what nisua was. Like I smelled cardamom and was like, that smells like nisua. Found out that's the whole point. I love cardamom. So there's a nostalgic factor to it. I just love it though. Cardamom's in like Indian cooking and shit too. You know what I mean? And like biryanis and all
big
that
pods and stuff.
I just love it. I just love cardamom. So cardamom, cayenne, because cayenne just kind of bangs, kind of goes with everything, makes anything have a good spice to it.
Okay.
Cumin, because I think cumin is super diverse and like all my favorite foods have cumin in it. Bay leaf. Shout out Dean when I make his adobo. It's bay leaf. Bay leaf is in things that I just think are generally good. I don't know about the 5th one, but everything but the bagel seasoning. You get from Trader Joe's. Simple, easy, done. That's my 5.
Right, damn. What about you, Timbo?
Well, I didn't think about this at all. Let's see. Okay. Sesame seeds.
Love
Hell
it.
yeah.
I just think
Fire.
I'll sort of put that in
No, I
anything
agree.
that's and
It could go in anything, literally anything.
Do you like a toasted sesame seed?
Yeah, normally I'll buy 2 things of it. One, I toast all those up and put them back. The other one I keep regular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can have both options, but I do use it like a lot. I just feel like I'll put it on any vegetable I'm eating, and I like it better. I'd like that quite a bit.
Go with like rice and meat and shit too. You know what I mean? Anything like that.
I think cumin is not underrated. That seems crazy, but like I really like it in things. So I will try to work that in if I feel like I have the autonomy.
Yeah, 100%.
To spice freely.
Yeah.
Red pepper flakes.
Yeah.
I like those a lot.
Let me tell you.
It's just I'm really thinking about things that I put on like because vegetables the way I like them are kind of like I mostly just want like a steamed lightly roasted, something in that I don't like anything too far. I don't like when people put them into the oven and it turns to nothing.
Yeah.
I like it kind of as is. I like the chew to it, but it needs flavor, obviously. So I'm mostly just thinking about things I would put on there that make those better.
Yeah.
So like lemon zest, I would like to put on there much higher.
That counts.
Yeah.
I think that counts.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
Then we'll put that
Lemon zest.
lemon zest.
I like that.
What do you think about paprika?
Love paprika. That's
I'm
in mine.
okay with it unless it goes too far. If that's the main flavor, I don't like pop precautions. I know you like that. I really don't like that. It kind of grosses me out a little bit. I don't know why. I think it's just it's too.
Sure.
It's good. It's good till a threshold. I don't know where the threshold is at, but I do like it till it hits then.
I'm surprised you didn't do like just good old Italian seasoning. Oregano.
I don't really like oregano that much.
You're not a big oregano guy?
If I'm being honest with you.
Interesting.
If you're talking about like the fresh kind when they sort of like you pull it off the dried, that's really good.
That's good.
But the kind that's in regular Italian seasoning, I just don't care for
into
as much, you know?
Huh.
And I like basil, but only if it's fresh, to be honest with you. I don't want the dried one. And I
Basil,
guess I'm mostly thinking, I guess I should have been thinking anything, but I was thinking
herb,
cupboard.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess you can kind of take it as mine would be salt.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was kind of thinking of just putting that on there.
If I was being honest, they're just all going to be different variations of salt for all 5 of mine. But I'll do salt, garlic powder, black pepper. I love black pepper.
I do too.
Yeah, I almost didn't include those because those are
black
too obvious to me.
Yeah.
Salt and black pepper can go on everything as well.
Everything.
Yeah.
And it has to be fresh cracked pepper. I can't do the stuff. And then cumin. And I love just smoked paprika, like a Hungarian, with a pretty low Scoville. But I am with you, like it can overpower stuff. But that's also like there's you think of like onions, like if a raw onion will overpower, garlic can do that, Oregano I think is any kind of powerful seasoning that can go too hard. But salt, fire.
Yeah, salt's great, dude.
Toasted pine nuts are also
salt.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, on like an arugula salad.
Yep.
Yeah, come on.
With goat cheese.
Yeah, I fucking love goat cheese.
I feel like we're missing a good one somewhere, but
I do fuck with Old Bay seasoning.
Yeah, Old Bay is great.
Like out of the OGs, I think Old Bay is a good one. It's salty as hell. Which is
I don't like anything that it goes on is the problem. But I do think the flavor is good.
Yeah, the flavor is good. I do like herbs de Provence.
You forget about that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. And Sartar. Love
Sartar.
Yeah.
I want that in mind.
That might be the biggest blend.
Were we talking on the podcast about those crackers with the Sartar
fuck yeah, we need to make those, Timbo.
Yeah, we got to make those. They're so fucking good.
Yeah, I need them.
They're unreal.
Yeah, Chase, you'll freak out.
I love it. Yeah.
Knowing you and what you love, I know you'll love them.
They're unreal.
Middle Eastern food.
Do you think there's like any other... Like I'm trying to think of like an Indian, like a curry powder.
Oh, I'm sure in that world, I'm sure there's things. I'm not using them in my regular cooking enough, unfortunately. I've wanted to take because I like Indian food so much, I'd love to take like a class.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you kind of learn like the main, like your, what is that called?
Like just a basic red curry.
Yeah, like
or
your
like
baseline, garlic, onion, ginger type shit.
Yeah.
But like once you start getting into all the seasonings, I just don't have most of them, and I don't know. I don't mind spending the money on them. I don't know which ones are the ones to have. Which ones are that are actually getting used at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And anytime I've tried to cook Indian food, the recipe always calls for cinnamon, and I end up with a fucking batch of cinnamon curry every time. No matter what I do, I can't.
How much are you
Get
putting
it
a lot
not
of cinnamon in
cinnamony.
it? Are you putting a lot in, or is
I'm
it
putting
like
what the recipe calls for, like every time. You know what I mean? And I just can't ever get it.
I want to learn. This is the big thing, man. I want to learn. It's just like Italian food. There's Italian restaurant food, which is mostly like Italian American.
Yeah.
Or you've got some dork trying to do traditional stuff by making it too fancy, and that's not what I want.
Yeah.
It's the same thing where when I had Indian food made by a friend's friend. It was a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
They were just doing family recipes.
Yeah.
They were even being like, I don't really know what to call it. This is what we make.
Yeah.
That's what I want. That was the best Indian food I'd ever had.
Yeah.
No question.
Oh, totally.
But they were like, I don't know how to. I could show you how to do it, but I don't know what to call it. Really, it's just sort of like it was like I don't remember what it was like, but it was like something you'd order from a restaurant. But they were like, it's different. It's everything we're doing is different. That's what I want. That level of training. I just want it to be like.
No, that
I
would
want
understand
grandma
it,
to teach me.
Because we probably know more Northern Indian. Like I think most American Indian food and like British Indian food is Northern Indian.
I'm sure.
Where I feel like you get into like Southern India, you get all those crazy like fish, like vindaloo style curries that like are more like acidic and they have like bergamot and shit in it and like kaffir leaves and maybe not kaffir leaves, but
lime leaves and shit
of
are
that. Damn. Yeah, really cool. There's just too many. I do like
delicious.
A jerk. Fuck, dude, I could talk about seasoning all day.
By the way, glob jamuns.
Yeah.
It's like a rose cardamom syrup.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking money as shit.
Yeah, so good.
Damn.
It's all better than a traditional American food, I hate to say. It's got more flavor.
I don't know,
burger bang.
Barbecue is good, but
we got cool stuff
we got
too.
cool shit.
That's just the reality. Everyone's got cool stuff. You want to dog out yourself, but you start being like, you think like soul food is American, to a certain degree. I think
that's the
also
best thing
like
we got.
all the different things we have that are American versions because we're supposed to be a melting pot.
Yeah,
that's what those versions rip. Italian American food rips.
Yeah,
Chinese American food rips.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cajun food. Think of like food you can get down in Louisiana.
Be so
that
good.
Like obviously I've never had anything genuine from down there, but I would kill to go down to New Orleans and have like a gumbo and shit like that.
But people shit on like a lot of like the stuff now, like classic because they charge too much for it. But like classic like health food stuff that comes from like California kitchens and stuff.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot just because of the access to produce that they have, and that kind of thing, just kind of fresh ingredient stuff is good. Like those are good. Yeah.
There's a really awesome Netflix, one of the there's a 100,000 food series, Chef's Table.
Yeah.
This one is about noodles in particular. Have you guys seen this one? I know it follows a chef. I believe she's in China, and she has a restaurant specifically centered around noodles. There's an Italian chef, and he's cooking. He makes a fire down by the beach, and he talks about back in the day, if Italian families couldn't afford seafood but wanted to infuse the seafood flavor into their dishes, he basically is cooking like tomato, garlic, and noodle in like a cast iron pot, and he takes these from in the ocean, wades into the ocean, gets a couple of rocks that have like algae on them and literally puts the rocks in the cast iron pot and is cooking it with all the noodles and shit. And that's like cool as hell. I want to try that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, that's just like sick.
I think you go down any of these roads and it starts to turn into much like art, where it's like, it's so much more about process than it is the final product. Like the process is the interesting aspect of whatever it is, because at a certain point you're just dealing with nuance. All of the baseline is the baseline, and then you're just dealing with nuance in between of like, for example, like I feel like my family like overcooks pasta a little bit, and that's kind of what I like, and that's what I know it to be, and I like that because that's just the way they preferred it. That was their technique for doing things, So it's just like that's the way I know it from that thing.
Yeah.
Or you're saying like this guy is experimental to the point where he's like, if I put this thing in there, it does a certain.
Yes.
You're paying for the process is cool.
Story.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
What do we got next?
What's the best movie to watch if you're homesick?
I love this. So this is something that I'm very excited to talk about. There is a genre of movie that I call daytime movies, and that is not a derogatory term because typically daytime television is dogged on. You know what I mean? There's a level of I'm around. It's the afternoon, the sun is out. Usually, if you're watching a movie in the daytime, it's not the weekend. You got shit going on. You're not sitting on your couch. Usually, it is during the week. You're not feeling well. It's something like staying home from school, kind of. So there's a level of like, I don't know what it is. The movies can be longer typically. Because at nighttime, me at least, I start a movie at 8:39, a 2.5 hour movie. I'm asleep. So these are longer. When I finally watched Heat, I watched Heat on like a Sunday afternoon.
That's the correct day and time to watch Heat.
It's like perfect. So one that came to mind is a movie that I love so much, No Country for Old Men. There's something about watching No Country for Old Men in the daytime that makes sense to me as opposed to nighttime. I don't know why. I don't have any rationale. But since we're talking movies, what was the prompt goal?
Best movies to watch if you're homesick.
Yeah. No Country for Old Men, Casino, Heat, these long, I think that's the operative function here is the longer the movie, the more daytime appropriate it is to me.
Yeah, I mean, you're sort of describing, I would love to come in 25 minutes into Wedding Crashers on TNT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And you sit down and you watch
100%.
it. Yes.
And
I
you're like,
completely
oh
agree.
shit, cool. And then and I'm only really watching, 52 minutes of the movie because that's what I
Yeah,
came in
you got
at.
through the 20 minutes
Yeah.
that don't even really matter. Something piques your interest. You saw a funny bit you had forgotten about. Next thing you know, half an hour later, you're still watching Wedding Crashers on TNT.
I want to be so locked in that I'm not even laughing, where you're just going, so funny.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And so I agree with you there. I think that a lot of my favorites, like that work in the same way, are like You've Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle, When Harry Met Sally. Basically any
Garden
like Nora
State.
Ephron, Rob Reiner style romantic comedy. Moonstruck on TNT is another classic. Any of that kind of thing I really love that feels warm, low stakes, kind of funny. Those are all very like segmented movies, if that makes sense. So again, kind of built for commercial breaks. I like that. I agree that that's kind of a nice thing. Number 2, any like thriller from the 90s. That's what Abby and I have always liked together. That is like our thing that we really agree on. Saturday or Sunday afternoon, you're talking somewhere between noon and 4 is the acceptable time to watch any sort of 90s thriller. It doesn't matter.
agree.
It being bad is sort of part of it.
Yeah, totally.
And you never know what you're going to get because I don't remember them. But you do remember the covers from Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Like walk around and be like, this isn't the area for me because it's like adult dramas.
Yeah.
But it looks interesting to me.
Yeah.
So we like going back to those and watching those. If they're good, amazing. If they're bad, amazing.
I completely agree.
So I really like that.
We would go to my buddy's cabin up in New York in like Lake Chautauqua area. And I remember one morning we woke up, didn't have shit to do. So we watched The Departed and, finished the movie by like noon, quoting it the whole rest of the day. But there's just something about, I don't know. I love a daytime movie, dude.
Oh, I remember, I think I was in like 4th or 5th grade and I had a stomach flu. And I think it was on TNT, and it was all the Back to Future like movies back to back. And I remember watching from 1 all the way to 3, and I was like, "This is sick." And it was like took up my whole day. It was so nice.
Similarly, you happen to be flipping through the channels, you happen upon the 3rd Harry Potter movie, and you sit down and you watch it. And then the next one's on, and you're like, I don't got nothing going on. I can watch the next one. Also just cool. That reminded me of being homesick. When I was in elementary school, when I had chicken pox, my grandma watched me. It just so happens that was the Scott Peterson, Lacey Peterson court TV case.
Yeah.
I watched that whole thing.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a good point. I would love for us to leave here, go to my house, and watch the whole OJ trial together.
Oh my God, I would love that.
I also think that I've always thought like if I were to put together my perfect day, like they were put it like you have to put the dog down kind of thing, and they've got to let me do all the things I really like. One of them would be make it like a Saturday in July. I want it to be somewhere between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. and I have not got up for the day yet, and we're watching The Matrix in my friend's basement where it's dark, but you can see through a couple of the small windows.
Yeah,
and it's
light,
really
sunlight.
nice outside, and you're not
So
going up.
No,
sick.
Timothy,
And you're just watching The Matrix, or The Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah.
Either one is good for me. I don't care. I would actually like it to just be Matrix 2, no context, going straight to that after years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've hit on something again. I talked about the uncanny nature of thinking about a time or place and you can feel it. That is another feeling of being at a buddy's house. You can tell it's fucking gorgeous out, but you are inside playing Halo or RuneScape or dicking around inside, not outside.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was, but there's just something about it. It's nostalgia for sure, but there's another layer to the word that I want to use, and I don't know what it is.
Just hanging out in metal tees and themed boxer shorts from Target.
Yep.
Just watching The Matrix.
Kicking it.
Hell yeah.
Waiting for my mom's friend friend's mom to get back from the store.
Yep.
Hopefully she's got some McDonald's or something in tow. Yeah.
Ugh, there's like 6 Oreos left on the coffee table.
Yeah.
We're working our way through those little by little, milking it.
Oh,
that's fun.
Yeah, that's fun. That's really fun.
Hey, you could do that and just put me down.
yeah. Let's put
What do we got next?
Oh man.
I think we're kind of moving them through them.
Yeah. Well, what time are we at, Colas?
We're getting close. We got like
We got 10 more.
15
Okay.
more minutes.
Cool. Hit us with
got that
another
and we'll
question.
do a
We can
wrap
put it
up.
on Patreon.
Let's do if you had to replace one month out of the year with another month, which one gets eliminated? So like meaning
Basically meaning you just cut out one month and you double up on another.
yeah.
Okay.
Or
I understand
you
this
could
prompt.
you could just say let's get rid of this month in total and maybe
I thought about it
Mm-hmm.
quite a while. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know my thoughts if that's okay.
Okay.
Yep, that's what we're here for.
January, we're going to keep.
Okay.
January is a nice reset month.
Yeah.
When you think back, you're like,
Interesting.
January's boring, not much going on. But let me tell you something. When January 1 hits, after you've gone through fucking October, November, December, which are the 3 best months of the year, but you are excited to be done with holidays, to be done with having to go to other people's houses for dinners, to be done with the possible travel aspect. January is a beautiful breather of a month. I like January for a reset. It feels brand new, you know? So I do think that my first thought was like, we can nix January. No, I like January as a reset month. February, we have the Super Bowl. It's a short month. We're going to keep February.
Okay.
March is the month that I'm going to get rid of, but I don't want to talk about that yet.
Okay.
Because I haven't.
Okay. You gotta
Just
keep
let me
going down the
continue.
line. Okay.
I need this space,
I haven't
gentlemen.
said it yet. I'm laughing.
Yeah.
March, we are going to get rid of, but I'll expound upon that.
Okay.
April.
Because you said you understood the prompt, and now you're just going. And
You're
you're
going
just
down the-
reviewing each month.
Yeah, I want everybody to know where my head's at.
Okay. Yeah. Keep going.
April showers bring May flowers. Around out here, April, you do start to get some beautiful weather days.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I love it.
April's the
Next.
first month where you get to wear a t-shirt outside comfortably.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah.
May, we love May. May is good. That's when summer starts. I get my garden outside in May. June, summertime. June, July, August. We're going to keep those months.
Yeah.
I could feel when you hit June that you're like, I got 6 to go to review. Still.
No,
So
no,
you and I
no.
were rushing
Those
through
are.
them a
I
little
was
bit.
thinking. Would I replace the summer month? No, because I like summertime. We all are yearning for it. When June gets here, come on, June rules. June, July, August, they're all great. You have low stakes holidays, meaning you can participate or not. 4th of July is always fun. You set things on fire. You get drunk in your buddy's backyard. It's a good time. July, again, July is fun. August is fine, but I'm not going to get rid of the warm months because that's
Yeah. I love August.
September. My thought was like September kind of sucks. You often have to go back to school in September, but the weather starts to change, so I like September. October's the best month. I would take October, double it up with March. If you could just have October drop down in March, that would be great. So, oh, nice. Gia's got some snacks. November, great. We make a bunch of money here during the month of November. I think Thanksgiving's great. I've got my Christmas tree up at that point. I've somehow convinced Michelle to put the Christmas tree up October 31st on Halloween. If it were up to me, I'd have it year round. Stays Christmas the whole time. December is obviously great. Christmas, my birthday. You get some snow. Football is in full effect through September, October, November, December. Football is still happening. Hey, G. So that's that. That would be the month. I would get rid of March. I would double up on October.
Okay. Sounds good. He's got it. He went through all of them. Now you know his thoughts on each of all 12 months.
Yeah. If anyone forgot them.
So here's what we're doing. We're going January. We're going to replace that with July. Okay.
Okay.
Go to February. We're going to replace that with July also. And you can go ahead and just do that for the rest of the year, in my opinion. It's just July all year long.
Loves July.
If I were to only cut out a period of time, I'd actually say no Thanksgiving, no Christmas. I hate that time. I
my
hate
God.
that whole section of time. Cut it. Honestly, from Thanksgiving through January, delete it.
Damn, dude.
Delete it. I don't
couldn't
like it at all.
disagree more.
It stresses me out. It's too much going on. I don't like it. I feel like everyone's just sort of anxious because there's so much going on. People's schedules all change. The weather sucks. Because it's not just starting to snow and being pretty like people are thinking. It hasn't been like that in eons.
We haven't seen snow for Christmas out here maybe ever since I've lived here.
No, it's kind of the worst part. It's like the second worst part of winter. The worst part is the dregs at the end where you get like a touch of it looks like it might be nicer, but it keeps getting nasty again.
That's March.
I
March,
hate
yeah.
that. But I really don't like the beginnings of it where it's like, it's not fall anymore. Everything's dead, but it hasn't like snowed or done anything. It just sort of looks.
I love that. Smells
in
different
between.
outside. I love
Ugh.
it. When the leaves fall and you're raking
I hate
And
it.
I
Everything's
love
dead.
it. You're going to
There's
orchards.
there's no leaves on the trees. There's no coverage. It just sucks. And I don't like, I just don't really like Christmas that much.
Yeah.
I like doing it for Gia. And if all I could do is that's all I had going on at that time was just prepare so that Gia could have a fun Christmas. Very fun.
Yeah.
Outside of that, no, I don't like all there's so many like family things of like, do we do this? Do we do that? Can we do this? Do we do that? How can we fit every last thing in with every single person we've ever met? And then also, that's like the most stressful time of work. None of it's good for me. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
I dread it all year long.
I hear all of those criticisms, but I think the positives far outweigh.
What are the positives for you?
Football season, Christmas trees in the living room.
Okay, fine. I'll give you football. That's fine.
Football season and Christmas trees in the living room.
If that was all it was, then yeah, that's
I'm telling you, that's mostly it for me,
Yeah.
dude. I love it. I love it. I love Christmas time. I love Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Love that shit. What do you think, Cole?
I think I'm on the opposite side. I'm between both of you. Like, I do like Christmas time, but I think what I would switch is I think November is the March of the other side of the year. Does that make any sense? Like, I like Thanksgiving, but November, it's like what you're explaining, Timbo. It's like you don't have the leaves changing, and then it's like that beauty.
It's just
and
dead
that,
out.
Everything's just dead.
Yeah.
And November in Colorado is just like dry, dreary. It snows, but not really.
Not
And
enough to stick or anything.
Yeah, it's not like, where I feel like we get most of our snow in like February, March is like what we usually get. And to me, November is just kind of like, like that's how I feel about the whole month. And I like Thanksgiving, but I'm also not the biggest Thanksgiving fan. And,
I could
Christmas
forego
never
Thanksgiving
delivers.
for Christmas.
It never delivers anything.
No.
no,
It
was
doesn't.
too,
It never
too much.
snows on that day.
Yeah.
It never looks like it's supposed to. It never feels like it's supposed to. Ever since COVID, the seasons are all messed up around it.
Yeah.
It just is. It's lost its luster. People don't go to the malls anymore.
Yeah.
It lost its luster.
Well,
a
I
little
also
bit.
would say maybe Thanksgiving, we'd like it a little bit more if we didn't have to get up at the crack of dawn after.
yeah.
And
Eating
listen,
a bunch
like
of
that's
turkey.
like it's not. I like all this. I kind of like that kind of busyness of work. Actually, that doesn't bother me so much. I like that stuff when it's like crazy. But I'd rather.
But you have obligations outside of it.
I
already
wish
being
it was
busy.
just in October, like a regular day in
Yeah.
October, as
Instead of
opposed to
having, like-
around a holiday.
Yeah, like it was just a week.
Yeah.
Instead of having like a week with one day off
Look.
and then, the whole.
I love what I do for a living.
Yeah.
This is the holidays are not fun, and they never have been
Yeah.
in my life. So
It's fun in the way that it's a thrill because we pack a lot of orders and we're operating in a different way. But it's not necessarily
not fun personally.
leisurely or no, because there's so much obligations outside of work being so fucking busy. Then you also have to do a bunch of other stuff.
I'm mentally.
I like it, though,
And then,
still.
it's just too much. So
Yeah, it is a lot. Well, and I think other industries too. It's like that's usually when everyone has their time off. Like they'll be like, "Oh, I get all of Thanksgiving break off." Like you think of school,
Yeah.
or Christmas. It's like you get 2 weeks. Like you think of a lot
if we
of.
lived in Europe and everyone just took huge chunk, like the chunks of time they took off, we just did it all together. Then I think that there'd be a different
It would be
energy
cool.
around that
Yeah.
kind of thing. It's not like commerce based.
Yeah. Or like you think of companies that don't have PT. Like you'll be on a PTO and then it's like taking PTO to take Christmas off or something, and it's like,
Sure.
is this like what you want to use your PTO for? I think that's the pressure of taking time, being like, I need to be with my family, even though if you love your family or if you don't love your family, it's like that pressure.
Yeah,
I think,
and like
and that
once one
stress of
person
it.
can take off work, but the other person can't. Now the one person has to feel guilty, even though there's nothing you can do. I just feel
Yeah.
like the logistics of those months, because there's so much going on.
Oh no, there's
just-
nothing more
Yeah.
stressful.
Yeah.
I don't
You're,
know, it
you're
just really
absolutely
stresses
right.
me out. So it's like the
Yeah.
exact type of thing that stresses me out. It disrupts routine. It is it's too many people's opinions at the same time that never agree, and it's just too much going on. So it's
Tell you
not,
what,
it's
though.
not for me.
December 25th. Can't wait to watch El Camino Christmas, the Dax Shepard Christmas movie.
You have to be like the one guy who's like a huge fan.
I've been thinking about writing in because he has that big podcast, and just being like, I just want you guys to know I've watched this like fucking the last 4 or 5 years, every single Christmas. I'll put it on twice.
You should get a
They
sign.
get a check. They each get a check for like 25 cents every single year. And I'm
'Cause
like,
it's just
that
me
one
watching
guy
it.
is.
I love it.
Back
It's
at it
just one of
again.
those. Obviously, I love Christmas Vacation a ton. Love Christmas Vacation. In fact, the daughter in Christmas Vacation that's always pouty and in a bad mood, she plays in a villain in which I am unclear in the new Cape Fear show on Apple TV.
Is it Juliette Lewis? Who is that?
I don't know.
Is it Juliet?
It's the daughter.
The younger
from Christmas
daughter, right?
Vacation.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase's
I
daughter
don't
in
know why I
Christmas
can't.
Vacation.
I know you're. I don't know why I can't place it now.
Christmas Vacation.
Maybe it's just not. I don't know. Who knows? Okay.
All right, I think we good.
What do we got new in? What's going on?
All right, cool. So James Coward landed yesterday. I'm getting a jacket, another blue jacket, if you can believe that. I didn't even think about it, but it is what it is. I like blue jackets, so that's what I'm drawn to, and I want it. James Coward has landed. It's some jackets, new styles, repeat
So you've got the
styles.
6 jacket, I think is what it's called.
Six
That's the one you're looking at.
jacket.
It's like an M60. It's like an updated M65,
Yep.
wider base, simplified details.
Asymmetrical
really nice.
collar, snaps and dual way zip. It's a washi cotton that has like a light paraffin coating, so it's kind of
The
waterproof.
two are different. There's 2 colors. I don't remember what the other one.
The navy is the
brown
washi
is
cotton.
a little bit lighter.
Yeah. So that's cool with that. There's the circuit jacket, which you tried on yesterday,
Yeah,
which
really
is a
cool.
moleskin full zip, maybe a little heavy for June.
Once you have it on, it's like it feels really nice.
Okay,
it feels
cool.
it's like silky smooth, and
Yeah.
it's really nice to the hand.
Yeah.
It's got really good drape to it. I would say sure in July maybe a little heavy.
Yeah.
But I would say as soon as it drops 10 degrees or something, you'd still be wearing that
Okay,
thing.
cool. My boy, shout out my buddy that does the hardwood floors. I don't know if he ever wants me to say his name, but he's been texting me about this jacket, so I think he's looking to cop as
It's
soon
good.
as it
It's
goes
good.
live.
It's
So
really good.
shout out my boy. So James Coward has landed. The other box of William Frederick has landed. So now we've got just a small bit left for the rest of spring, summer. But William Frederick, we got those quarter zips everybody was stoked about. The tomato stripe cafe shirt that everybody's stoked about. Studio pants are already gone from the shipment we just got. Already gone. So shout out Bill. You've struck gold with that silhouette. People love that shit.
You've done it again.
You've done it again. This is the kid who hosts the. He is in charge of the school fair, and so he really takes it seriously, and he stands up like he's addressing the town of Gilmore Girls or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit in there somewhere. Also, when I went to the Rockies game, Timothy,
Mm-hmm.
when you're watching baseball and the pitcher throws the ball and the batter goes and he check swings, meaning he's going to start swinging and he realizes it's not what he wants. And so
Bails out.
and the idea is, you check the swing, and if the bat crosses the threshold of the straight line of the home plate, as how I understand it, that means it counts as a swing. And so basically, but when a batter does that check swing, everybody points down to the first base umpire because that's who makes that call. And I was thinking there's a bit somewhere buried in there that is this podcast, and I'm not sure how it quite comes to fruition, but there's something there. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Who's
If you're the batter,
okay? Who's doing the comedy in this sketch?
well, I'm not sure.
This is for us to work out later. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I just think there's a bit in there somewhere. I just don't know where. But basically,
I mean, I'm now interested in it.
Here's the bit.
Is
Here's
it
the
the
bit.
way he's doing it that's funny?
no, so it's the pointing down to the first base umpire waiting for their call. So
When
the batter
he- and
checks
what-
a swing,
Okay.
and both the batter and the catcher will stand up and point at the first base ump. Meaning like, what's he say? What's he say? Did he swing? Did he swing? That's the bit. I
And
don't
that guy's
know.
just like, fuck, I missed it.
yeah.
That's
So
like
I
one
just
of the
don't know
bit-
what it is. But somebody
Okay.
out there knows what I'm getting at. Fuck.
Yeah. Not me, but somebody. I tried too. I'm trying to go with you down the road.
He did. He
Yeah.
did. He tried. Fuck.
Chase.
William Frederick came. What else? Cole. Oh, we got a bunch of vans. We got
these-
first shipment of fall winter 26 vans.
and they're cool as shit.
The colors, the canvas ones, those are the duck canvas ones. I
Yes.
really like that orange one.
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah, they're called.
you like the light blue one?
It's like, are you talking the name of them?
Yeah, but what? There's a specific.
It's like duck gold authentic.
Yeah, it's a duck canvas.
Something
Though. It's a
that-
duck
If you were
canvas.
looking for
Yeah.
a brightly colored
Summertime.
yeah,
Authentic,
an
yeah.
authentic.
Yeah.
This is the one. Any of the colors are good.
I completely agree. So the authentics,
Yeah.
we got the authentic 44s. We have the black stripe around the side. We got those in
Yeah.
3 colors. Those are really awesome.
We got checkerboard slip-ons.
The checkerboard slips on the OG core.
Yeah, OG ones.
Authentic highs, which are sick. It's
sick as
literally just an authentic at a 4-inch height.
They're really cool.
like a chukka height.
They're really cool.
Really fucking cool. They come with some freaky laces for the right person. I agree.
For
The laces
right
will be
person,
cool.
those freaky laces are so cool. So if you're like that kind of fashion guy where you can pull that off,
Yeah.
not even fashion guy, but like, you know how a lot of the younger guys dress here, it
Yeah.
would totally work into their
Yeah.
their looks. If that's too much for you though, just get a
Put the
white
regular
lace.
laces
You know
on.
what I mean?
Yeah. So those are in, and another silhouette. I forget what they're called, but they have like a half circle shape.
Yeah, they're-
the quarter panels broken up a little bit. Those are cool too.
Yeah, but people don't do that enough. I'll say this is a little hack for anyone. If you just like every once in a while, I'll just buy a new set of like Converse laces because they're like $4, and you put new laces in your shoes, and they're like, these look infinitely
Set your
better.
shit up. Yeah.
Infinitely better.
Yeah.
What else have we gotten, gentlemen?
We got I'm thinking. We got Lady White.
Oh yeah.
We got a restock of the 2-packs. We got fun colors.
So some seasonal. So the summer colors for the 2-packs, restocks of all the core 2-packs.
Cool ass like it's like a Coach jacket. It's kind of what it is.
Yeah,
right?
I think there's one that's called a Coach's
Coach
jacket.
jacket,
Then there's
yeah.
another one I forget what it's called off the top
It's
of
like
my
a
head.
thinner kind of cotton linen material.
Both of them are good. Maybe some of the stronger silhouettes seasonally
Yeah,
that they've had in a while that
that we've
to me.
seen.
I love them.
Yeah, they're really cool. We got socks again. Kind of like a big overall. We got more of the pants. What are they called again?
Why am I blanking?
The Fontana pants.
Yeah,
Fontana.
Anthony Fontana pants.
No.
Just
no.
regular Fontana pants.
We will not discuss him on this podcast.
Who's Anthony? Oh, is that
The
the
music nerd guy on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't need somebody to tell me
God,
about music.
he on the Adam Friedland show, he's so obnoxious.
Oh my God, yeah, he
Yes.
was. He
I
was.
never
Maybe-
feel, even some of the bad guys, I sometimes don't feel like I'm rooting because it feels like he has an unfair advantage all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
In that one, I'm like, no, take him down.
No, I don't-
Eviscerate him.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. There's something about that specific type of YouTuber where you're talking about music. Like, music is one of those things that, like,
too subjective.
nobody on this planet, and
Yeah.
I really mean this. It's not just me being hyperbolic. Not a single living, breathing person on this planet who has been blessed with being able to hear.
Yeah.
I'm taking deaf individuals out of this conversation. Not a single person needs another person's opinion on music. Just listen to it. You do not need a write-up, a 40-minute video of them breaking down the tracks. Just listen to it. And if it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Either way is 100% okay.
Are you responding to critique
I'm
or just information?
I'm responding to, I think, critique, but also music is one of those things where, like, you don't need somebody else's opinion at all. You, like, literally don't. If you're at all curious, just listen to it. That's, like, the number one best thing you can do.
I would like there's a couple people on Instagram. This has become a bit more and more of a thing where it's like they're like just breaking down like these are 5 bands I really fuck with, and then they give you context for each one. Like this band's from blah blah blah. They sound like this, but they got their unique sound from this thing.
Yeah.
They recorded with this person, and they give you enough context that'll get me pretty interested.
Okay.
And then I will go also listen a little bit more intentionally, thinking, oh, that might have been not shit I would have certainly not shit I would have picked up on, because how would you? But contextually, it adds a lot.
I'm
So
softening my stance slightly.
That I really like. I can understand what you're saying. It's like, this is too big. Does art need critics?
Yeah.
And I think what you're
touching on.
We could actually, if you guys want to roll this into the Patreon, I'd love to talk about this. And this is not even just me being a prick like I am. I like legitimately, it really is a bothersome thing to me because I don't want somebody's opinion on anything.
Hold on, we burnt every question, so we need something.
Okay, we're
so
gonna talk about this. We're gonna pop into Patreon
So
real
you
quick.
can listen to that, and you can hear, does art need critics? Even though you already know who Chase's opinion.
Yeah,
'Cause-
yeah.
No, but I'll have my mind
listen
changed.
to me attempt to change his mind, even though I probably agree with you.
Yeah.
But real quick, James Coward, William Frederick, Vans hit. Beams Japan came sometime last week, and I don't
did.
think we had pod prior, so a massive shipment of Beams Japan.
Yeah.
We
We have
have APFR restock on the way. We have a huge restock of Northworks jewelry. We have
Ooh, that should.
we need to get tracking for that.
Yeah.
I wanna see if we got
I'll
tracking.
talk to them. Yeah.
We got double RL. We got
Oh, yeah.
some
a little more on the way too.
yeah,
So, yeah, keep an eye
core
on
stuff. We just got a box there too.
Yeah.
Hoodies, t-shirts, classic like kind of their fatigue looking thing, hats. What else do we get? We got that's it.
Yeah.
Northworks, APFR, Bino coming.
Yeah,
eventually.
Bino restock's gonna be
They said
hard
that
to
would go out this
decide.
week. So
Very excited about that.
Cool. Okay.
okay,
Cool.
cool. So
All right,
there's
let's hit
stuff.
it. I'm gonna make a coffee and let's pop into Patreon.
All right, bye.